Hi friends, let's take a look at Link versus the Bitcoin, Link versus the US dollar coin. Just give me a second here to make myself nice and big. Hi friends, my name's Rocky Outcrop. Let's do some technical analysis. In today's episode, what will we be doing? If you think it sounds interesting, definitely keep watching, all that good stuff. What we'll be doing is looking at these things down below, which are of course oscillators, DMI, stochastics, RSI. We'll be looking at this pitchfork that we've got here. We'll be looking at the Fibonacci retracements, all that good stuff, and we'll be looking at Bitcoin, US dollar, and Ethereum pairings for Chainlink. So all of that in this episode. Let's try and get it done in the next 10 minutes. Now, we're at a key area right now with regards to the prices. If you think that sounds interesting, keep diddly. We're at this key area for the prices, 93k. We're being supported so far by it. That's the 236, opening up opportunities to move towards the top side. 107k still remains our target. We're actually also kind of, asking questions about this 21 exponential moving average here on the daily time frame. Movements down the way, I hope to see supported by that sort of 91, 92 or 92k area where we have not been today so far, but where we've been in a recent past with regards to this pitchfork and everything as well. Movements beyond that, of course, not particularly great. Movements up above it, then pretty good. Movements below this, obviously take out the 236, invalidate that Fibonacci. Movements up above it give us targets of 107, 117, 128 to 132,000 Satoshis. Movements down below this, then we're looking down towards the 82,000. Bearing in mind that this high over here was higher than we have been recently. So this high has come up higher than it was recently in terms of these moving averages. So this RSI, the oscillator. So you could say this is hidden bearish divergence here. So let's just be aware of that. That's there. It's a possibility. If we're looking at this as being a downward trend. Now, of course, if you're looking at this being an upward trend, we don't have that from this low, high, higher, low, lower high over there on that time frame. Neither do we here, have I spoken too soon? Yeah, neither do we here on the 3-day time frame. The positive type aspect for us can come into play if we're looking at this as being a sort of ascending triangle with regards to this area. So again, looking towards these downward side things, we don't want to see the prices dropping down below that 90k area over the next few days, staying within this pitchfork if possibly, moving towards the top side and taking out those upper side targets if possible. Looking down here at the DMI, you can see that of course we have this negative trend, but it has kind of faded off quite a bit with regards to the ADX moving between 25 and down to 20. That could also enter into chop soon in terms of 3 days. Looking down towards the 24-hour time frame, it's thoroughly in the chop area, asking can it turn around at some point. We're negatively positioned currently, and if we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we've got volatility coming back in soon. As you can see, it gets white hot down here, the ADX line. Go down to the 1-hour time frame, you can see that it's been white hot, and then obviously had some action in the past, in the recent past. Yeah, of course. When the party stopped, in terms of the background here, the price action responded. Will we see something similar over here, or will we see something similar over here in terms of the bigger time frames? At the minute, we have this potential for this cross to fight for its right to party. If it were to push apart and move towards the top side, that would be good. It could sort of salvage the strength of trend with this cross here towards the positive side if we were to see that, opening up those upper side targets. We have to jump over towards the dollar prices though and take a look at where we are with regards to this. Above the 1033 area, that's key for us. That's where the 236 is. We're above the 21 EMA here on the daily time frame. That's of course as well key. We've got that sloping towards the top side. We could be coming in for a positive cross of this, as we have the 50 simple sloping down the way and the 100 and the 200 simple sloping up the way. We're kind of between the two of them. I don't want to see us coming back down and retesting this, although if we did, it'd be understandable. We'd be staying within the sort of the realms of where our previous low was, so we could be looking at this in terms of the USD pairing as being that upward trend that we don't quite see on the Bitcoin one, thanks to the Bitcoin having had some positive price action. But we do have a higher high over here, which of course is matched up with the stochastics and the RSI and whatnot down below, so we don't have that bearish divergence. We have this upward slope though on it, so we do look like we could potentially have MACD divergence and therefore be somewhat wedgy, or indeed that ascending triangle thing that I spoke about already in this zone, and that's to be bearing in mind. But the key areas to look to, of course, really come down to where they have this line that's going to be in at about that 1150 to 1175 area. Really, the next profit taking target thereafter has got to be $12.20. Then the bigger size targets that we're looking to is, can we take out this previous high and the this box, move towards 1360. Can we get it? So they're looking at that $13 to $13.50. Doing that, then I'm thinking that $15.60 is a realistic target where we have this 236 coming in at here. Can we retest that zone as a means of kind of turning this around? But of course, until such times as things really move on, we haven't got that. What we have had here is this inverted head and shoulders, perhaps potentially in terms of the price action. Ding, dang, dong, shoulder, head, shoulder. We've got this neckline coming in around about here. We've got the inverted head and shoulders on the oscillators. So we can see the crucialness of that all as it all ties together in and around about those zones there. And on this 3-day time frame, just kind of smooshes it all together, makes it a bit clearer. We are still trending towards the top side without the divergence. Can we do these things? That's what we're looking to. If we see the 21 getting broken towards the downside, that's 1066, look down to 1033. 1033 getting broken, look down towards $8.97. So $9, call it, where we have the 55 and the 50 simple. Of course, that's going to be roughly where the 144 would be if I was showing that with regards to the price action, with regards to the 24-hour time frame. As you can see down there, that's at $9.38. But in and around these areas, if we were to push down the way, of course, would be your next profit taking target if you weren't looking to push down towards that 200 simple moving average on the daily time frame. Dumping on over, of course, the story remains fairly similar with regards to these, with being in chop here in the 24-hour time frame, with the negative trend on the 3-day time frame kind of burning off. On the 1-hour time frame, we've got this positive move. Could this translate up the way? In terms of the 4-hour time frame, it's getting white hot. There could be volatility. Okay, so it's the same sort of story. Could do the same chat here with Ethereum pairing. It's actually got to the point, where it's really, really sticking out its face at us. It's gone down below our red line over here. We've got the background. We've got this snaking, twisting action there between the two lines. We know that there's something waiting in the wings. Of course, we've already identified several patterns, or one major pattern in terms of that inverted head and shoulders, which we could be looking to if we were to see a positive price movement. But we also have another pattern here, the big reveal for us with regards to the Ethereum price action. Jump up to the 3-day time frame. So this, no, not the 3-day, 2-day time frame. No, the 24-hour time frame. Yeah, let's do the 12-hour time frame. Well, I was on the 4-hour time frame before. Yeah, the 4-hour sticks out above it a little bit. Let's do it on the 12-hour time frame, this chat. We've got a symmetrical triangle here. If this were to fail and us move down the way, we could be looking down to that 26 area, 0.026. It's a 10% drop off in prices. Of course, that gives you our downside targets that we spoke about in terms of dollar and in terms of the Bitcoin one already. If we move towards the top side, then of course we could be coming in to challenge this here with the where the 200 simple is on this at about 0.0312. Going up towards the 24-hour time frame, you can see that of course we're still in golden cross conditions. 12-hour time frame in death cross conditions. 3-day time frame, 2-day time frame, all positive, but we're looking at where the 50 simple is, of course, above our heads, and asking questions about that. That's going to be our either or for us with regards to the equal and opposites. Now, as well, here in the 2-day time frame, we see this volatility is very much in the background of the DMI. The 24-hour time frame is on the 3-day, not quite, but it's going to be there soon. 12-hour time frame, it's still there. We're kind of, looking at it, screaming at us, saying at some point something's going to happen. It's all the way down here. Something's going to happen. The volatility is very much going to be come to a low when so we need to see that come back up to be something bigger and better. If this here all kind of just goes to fake out territories, then bear in mind then I suppose that we've got overall ideas that could be coming into play in terms of broader structure, in terms of like the 24-hour time frame with an ascending triangle, with these highs on 25th September. If this were to just fake out, move down the way thereafter, this could be the story to follow on from that. I'll actually leave those on the charts for tomorrow's episode and all the rest of it too, just so that we've got that on there for the chat. All good then. So if you've just discovered this channel, you should definitely hit subscribe, because this is where the good stuff's at. Check out all the previous episodes as well. You'll get a good handle of where the prices have been and where they could be going. And come back again tomorrow for some more of this, because we do this every day of the week, the working week, Monday to Friday. And I just want to say thanks so much for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. Share it with your friends, youtube.com/Rocky Outcrop. And if you want to join in later on a voice chat on the Discord, then by all means go ahead and do that. Catch you next time.